Okay, so this is the standing version of a stretch or posture reinforcement stretching. So I'm going to be in this doorway here. This is kind of an unusual doorway. It's got a really long, thick midsection here, kind of a frame on both ends. So I'm going to be on the back end. It's a little deep, but I don't know what well it's going to show up on here. But you're going to be basically in the threshold of a doorway. So this is a very common like pectoral stretch, but we're going to do it a little differently. So I'm going to put my hands and elbows, depending on how broad you are across the chest and shoulders, but at least your hands there for stability. And I'm going to go into a stride position. Now you can go into a wide stance. Just be careful that you're not like leading with your hips and bending in half, which is one of the reasons I'm not a huge fan of a doorway stretch, is because people just kind of hang there. We want this to be very much active. So I'm going to go into stride. I'm going to think about, okay, I'm shifting, I'm steering through my pelvis and my chest. I'm twisting just a little bit, making sure it's not too painful on the shoulder here as I come across the opposite direction. But I'm going to try to navigate just like when we do the walking. And I'm also going to lift up, maybe lift my back heel a bit. So start kind of low in that crouch and stand up and lift and twist. Now I can open up my chest and hold that, or I can switch and go the other way. The other nice thing here is I can bias my neck a little bit because I've taken up all that slack, and as I anchor through my hips and my core, lift my chest and open it, I can start to move my neck around. I can do a little side bend. I can go to my four corners while I'm maintaining that side bend. I can go the other way and do that, or just kind of feel out, where am I limited? Even just looking up, try not to hinge your neck too much, try to really lift through the chest and really extend through every part of your body. Don't just put it all in one area, especially if it's painful, okay? Right there. Now if I come back to my just basic posture, wide stance, or maybe even do a narrower stance like I'm standing here, but I gotta really sit my hips back, anchor those ribs, anchor those hips, lift and open that chest. I can adjust too, I forgot to mention that. Adjust the height of my hands, my arms. I can go up here, and even if I'm tall enough, I can reach up here, overhead. So there's a lot of things you do. It's kind of like a little stretching cage here. But you want to just have a sense of really being able to do all that, know where your tightnesses are, and then come back, reset, do a little squatting maybe, reset, and then just try to hold that at a place that's comfortable. And think about really getting everything in place and just adjusting, maybe shift a little bit one side or the other and just feel where center is and really hold that, lock that in, and just now, once you got it locked in, really just stretch tall through the crown of your head, breathe, don't hold that breath, and just try to keep pushing slightly forward through that chest, anchor back to those hips, breathe, core, and just, take your time. Again, it should be very comfortable, not like too uncomfortable, and just keep lifting, stretching, feel where that tightness is. You might be surprised how much of it is around your neck and your chest area as you do this, because we're taking up that slack, and really just feel like, okay, yeah, I definitely collapse a lot up top there. And then that may work its way down into my low back, other areas, with all that weight coming down. So you gotta really pop that head like you're a turtle poking your head out of the shell, and just breathe, open that up and stretch, okay? This can also be done in sitting. Say you're thinking about like a work situation, you spend a lot of time sitting, so just put a chair there, adjust the depth of it to where you want to be, and you can just practice holding here. This could also be done technically in the steering wheel with a car too, if you brace yourself there and use that, or even a sturdy desk. Get that reinforcement there, but we can kind of do the same thing, adjust the arms where it's comfortable, and then just kind of keep that tension, my chest up and forward, and feel the effort there, even though the light pressure to sustain that, it's gonna feel quite different. And breathe and relax and try to just, get used to that a little bit at a time, and just keep like increasing the amount of time you can spend there. And then you can start to simulate that too when you're sitting or standing here, and then eventually just let the arms down just through your body, like you're lifting, carrying, holding yourself up and breathing and relaxing into that. And that should help to progress your posture, which is a tough thing to do because we don't get a lot of feedback. You gotta learn to feel all that and adjust that internally with whatever feedback you do get, or you can learn to feel. All right, so that should help.